Hello, guys. Good evening. Welcome to the session today. Hope you all can hear me. Can you guys confirm once? Am I audible? Okay. Okay. Great. Thanks for confirming, guys. So, just wanted to tell you if you guys remember in our yesterday's session, we have completed the first demo session. So, we have successfully completed the demo one yesterday. That is where we have seen about what is data engineering and what is Google Cloud Platform, the detailed course curriculum, and we have also seen about the course details, right? So the timings and everything, course details. So this is what we have completed yesterday, guys, in the demo session one. So those people who have not attended the demo session, you can connect with the management team or me so that they will help you with the recording. Okay. If you have not joined the yesterday's session, don't worry. And please connect with the management team. They will help you with the recording. You can watch it. Today we are going to have the demo session 2, guys. Today is the demo session 2. Okay. In this demo session, we are going to talk about one more time. I'm going to tell you what is Google Cloud Platform on a high level. In this one, we are going to see one of the important topic, the very, very basic topic everyone must know about it, that is called as how to interact with the GCP services. How to interact with the GCP services, where we are going to see about the console, Cloud Shell, Cloud SDK. So these are the three methods that we are going to talk about in detail, right? So first, this is what we are going to talk about it, guys, as a part of the demo session today. So this is a very first session, guys. Okay, this is a very first session. Yesterday was a demo session. This is actually the regular session. From today onwards, it is going to be getting started. Right? Today and tomorrow, I'll talk about that. I'll talk about that. Right now, you can see today we are having the demo 2, which is again a free. And tomorrow also we have a demo session, guys. So that is also free demo session. Right? So this is what it is. So tomorrow we are having the demo session the same time. Please do not miss it. Tomorrow at same time. Okay, you can attend. Right? So this is something that tomorrow. Now we will talk about the what is Google Cloud Platform one more time. Can you guys tell me what is Google Cloud Platform? Anyone? Yesterday we have seen about it, right? So can you guys tell me what is Google Cloud Platform? At least one point. Okay. Yes. Good answer. Anyone? Right? I have told you something yesterday which you are not able to remember. That's very big problem. I'm telling you guys. So every topic is very much important during the next 3 months, which we are going to talk about it. So these are all the things are very useful whenever you guys crack the interviews, whenever you wanted to work in the company. So the basics are very, very, very important. So sir, Google Cloud Platform is one of the leading cloud provider. Right, sir. It is going to be the one of the leading cloud provider. Sir, can you tell me some other cloud providers? If you ask me, sir, we have a AWS, Azure, Alibaba, Oracles. Similarly, you have a Google Cloud Platform also. Sir, Google Cloud Platform is one of the leading cloud provider which provides you the cloud computing services or products and solutions to help the organizations to build the application, deploy the application, and scale the applications and services in the cloud. Right? So Google Cloud Platform is one of the leading cloud provider. It provides you the cloud computing services for the organizations to store the data, process the data, analyze the data, visualize the data, or create an application, deploy the application, and scale the applications and services in the cloud. So these services are whatever the services GCP is offering. These services are highly reliable, secure, and it is offering you the scalable infrastructure also. It is offering scalable infrastructure also. This is something that I have told you guys. Google Cloud Platform is one of the leading cloud providers similar to the Azure and AWS guys. It is offering you a plenty of the services, you can see. It is offering you plenty of the cloud computing services. Sir, what are those? It is offering you compute services. It is offering you identity and security services. It is offering you management tools, networking services, big data services, storage and database services, and machine learning services. It is offering you a plenty of the services, everyone. It is offering you a plenty of the services. Sir, there are many services are there. Sir, I am a data engineer. I wanted to interact with the GCP services. Sir, I am one of the GCP data engineer. I wanted to work with these GCP services. How to interact with these services? If you ask me to interact with these services, sir, Google Cloud Platform offering you a plenty of the services to interact with these services. How to do that, sir? If you ask me, there are totally four methods are there. There are totally four methods are there to interact with the GCP services. The very first method is console. The second method is Cloud Shell. The third method is Cloud SDK. And the fourth method is APIs and third-party tools. So these are the four methods to interact with the GCP services, guys. One is console, and the second one is Cloud Shell, and the third one is Cloud SDK, and the fourth one is APIs and third-party tools. So GCP is offering you the multiple services to interact with it. We are going to have four methods. One is console, Cloud Shell, Cloud SDK, and APIs and third-party tools. So let me gonna first go to the Google Cloud Platform, and I'm gonna show you a few things, guys. So I'm gonna show you how the Google Cloud Platform looks like. Don't worry, guys. I'm gonna tell you how to create a free tier account in the next sessions. Okay, don't worry about it. So I have created my free trial account. See here, I am in the free trial only. So total they are going to give you 26,000 rupees, nothing but $300 for free, right? So we are going to do everything, all the practice, implementation of the pipelines, deploying the pipelines, processing the data clusters, everything that we are going to do here only. So you don't have to worry about it. I am going to tell you how to create a free tier account. For now, sir, I wanted to tell you what is a console. Sir, Google Cloud Platform is offering you four services, four methods, guys, right? So can you guys tell me what is the very first method to interact with the GCP services? What is the first method? Yes. So the very first method is Cloud Console. Sir, what is Cloud Console? If you ask me, sir, Cloud Console is a one of the web-based. It is available over the web. So that's the reason it is called as a web-based graphical user interface. Sir, it is a graphical user interface. What is this one, sir? It is a graphical user interface to interact with the GCP services visually. So here we are going to interact with the services visually. So this is what is going to happen. So if one wanted to interact with the GCP services visually, in that case, we can go for the console, Cloud Console, guys. Sir, Cloud Console is a web-based graphical user interface to interact with the GCP services visually. Okay, so this is where we are going to interact with the GCP services visually. Sir, what we can do here? So if you ask me, sir, what we can do here, right? So if you ask me that, I'm going to tell we can do almost everything. We can create any service. We can we can create or update or delete. We can create any resource. We can create any resource. We can update or modify the resources or delete the resources. We can also assign the permissions or remove the permissions also. These are all the things that we can able to do with the help of the console, everyone. Right, sir? So one can able to create any kind of a resource in the Google Cloud Platform using the console. We can modify or update any kind of resources. We can delete the resources also. We can assign the permissions. We can also remove the permissions as well. So these are all the things that are possible with the help of the console, guys. Let me gonna show you. Don't worry. I'm gonna give you an example also. So we can assign the permissions and we can also remove the permissions also. So this is what is cloud console. So let me gonna go to the cloud console. This is whatever. So the moment you guys wanted to enter into the Google Cloud Platform homepage, we have to use the page, the web address that is called as console.cloud.google.com. So this is what is the web address. Sir, console.cloud.google.com. So if you enter into this one, if you log in with the proper credentials, you will be logged into the Google Cloud Console. So this is what is the Google Cloud Console looks like, guys. So in this console, you will be able to see this particular page. So let me gonna give you a small overview on this page so that you can understand few things. To give you a small overview, so I'm gonna tell you one by one. So this is where just wanted to tell you few things here. So this is how the home page looks like for the Google Cloud Platform. So the very first thing is that, so this is what is, we call it as a left navigation menu. So I call this as a left navigation menu, guys. The very first one, this is called as a left navigation menu, or some people also call it as a hamburger menu. Right, so the moment you click on it, so if you click on this navigation menu, you will be able to see multiple options here. All the services are listed down here. Okay, so this is what is a left navigation menu. And similarly, the second option I wanted to tell you guys, this is what is your project area. Sir, whatever you are seeing here, so this is what is your project area. So this is called as project area, where one can able to create the project or delete the project or select the existing project. You can go here. So this is called as a project area. You can click on this one. You can select the existing project. You can create a new project, or you can go to the project settings to delete it or modify it or rename it. Any of the details, if you guys wanted to do it, you come to the project area. So this is your project section or area. And the third option, that is called as search box. You see here we have a search box. So if you guys wanted to search for any of the resources or services, we can come to here. So this is what is a search box, guys. So when you come to the search box, you can search for any of the specific service. Sir, I wanted to. So there is some people get confused over here. Sir, what is service? What is resource? Right? So one of the person is actually mentioning the chat box. Right, sir? What is service? What is resource? Can anyone tell me what is service? What is resource? Correct. Okay. That's a valid answer. Any other answers, guys? Yes, please. Yes. Okay. 1 minute. You, yes. Yes. So if you guys wanted to send any message, you send it to me. Okay. Not everyone. You select me as a, whenever you guys, sir, that's the reason you cannot be able to see the messages of other people. You have to send a message to me on the chat box. Okay. Then only you will be able to send it. Okay. You choose me as a recipient. Yeah. So what is this service or resource? Sorry for that. What is this service or resource? If you ask me, Google Cloud Platform offering the services. Sir, GCP offering the services. Sir, what are the services GCP offers? Sir, GCP offering Google Cloud Storage is a one of the service. Sir, BigQuery is a one of the service. Sir, Dataproc is a one of the service. Right, sir. Composer is a one of the service. So whatever the offerings of a Google Cloud Platform, we call it as a services. So GCS is a one of the service. So these are all the services, guys. Whatever you are seeing here, these are all the services. Under the services, you can create the resources. So you can create the buckets here. So buckets are resources. Here you create data sets. Data sets are the resources. Data sets are tables, right? So those are resources. Similarly, clusters are the resources. And here, environments, you create environments here. Environment. So these are all. So whatever you created for your own project requirement purpose, right? So those called as a resources. So the blue ones are here. The blue ones, whatever you are seeing here, right? So these are all resources. And the red ones, whatever you are seeing, right? So these are all the services. Services are offered by the Google Cloud Platform. By using these services, within the services you are going to create the resources, maybe for storing the data, maybe for processing the data, maybe for analyzing the data. So you are going to create these resources. So this is the difference between the service and resource. So just wanted to tell you guys, I see some of the people get confused over here. Now back to this one. This is a search box. So when you go to the search box here, we can search for any of the resources or services. So for example, I wanted to search for BigQuery. You can search for BigQuery. BigQuery is one of the service. You can see here BigQuery. I can click on this one so that I can go to the BigQuery. So this is how, this is a search box, guys, to search for any of the services. So you can search for resources, services, products, or many more. Okay, so that's what is a search box. Similarly, on the right side, if you guys come here, so this is where we have a Gemini. So this is what is a Gemini option here, guys. So if you guys wanted to, use the Gemini for your project purpose, you can use it, and it is free for all the people. Okay, so if you guys wanted to use Gemini, you can use it, guys. It is free for all the people. So Gemini is attached here. If one wanted to make use of the Gemini, you can use it. So this is what is Gemini. And one more thing, here we have a free trial status button, or a reward button, we call it as. Here we have a reward button, guys. That is nothing but, so for example, we have some of the credits. You can see here it is Gemini, guys. Here we have a Gemini. You can click on the Gemini, and it is like a chat bot, right? So similar to the AI, chat GPT AI. So you can click on enable it. You can start asking any questions. It will reply you back very faster, right? So it is very similar to the chat GPT. If you guys wanted to try it out, go ahead and do that, right? So you can click on start chatting, and you can ask any question. What is Gemini? You can ask what is Gemini, and it will tell you. Right, so it will tell you, it will maybe taking for time. This is the first time we are opening it. So you can see here, guys, so Gemini is a multi-model generative AI model developed by the Google DeepMind. So this is what it is. So you can see here, it is one of the chart. It is similar to the chat GPT. Here we have a free trial status button, or a reward button. The moment you click on it here, it will tell you how much number of credits left in your, how many number of days. I am left with the 67 days, and I am left with the 26,000 rupees. So this is how you will be able to see it here. And similarly, we have, so this is what is a free trial status button here. And this is where we also see a one more option here, that is called as cloud shell button. You can also see here, this is cloud shell button, guys. So one more cloud shell button. And here we have a notifications also. This is notifications button. So rest of all the things, such as you see here, are user settings. Project settings are user settings. So this is project settings are user settings. Maybe I'll show you here. For example, so this is your free trial status button. This is your activate cloud shell button. I will talk about it. Activate cloud shell button. And this is your notifications. Whatever you do, the notifications will be shown up here. So this is help button. This is a settings button. This is user settings button. So all the details are here, guys. You can see. So this is what is the home page tour, I just wanted to say. And whatever you see, this is your dashboard. This console or dashboard, you can see, you'll be able to see all the things here. All right, so we are talking about this one. What is console, sir? If you ask me, this is what is console. That's the reason I have told you. So this is whatever you see, that is what is a console, guys. Okay, console is a one of the graphical user interface to interact with the GCP services. If one wanted to interact with the GCP services for creating any kind of a resource, or for updating any kind of a resource, or for deleting any kind of a resource, assigning any kind of a permissions, or removing any kind of a permissions, we can go for the console, everyone. A cloud console is a web-based graphical user interface to interact with the GCP services visually. So this is what is a cloud console. We will do one of the small lab activity also, so that you will understand it in next few seconds. Okay. Yeah. Now that this is what is a console, which is a web-based graphical user interface to interact with the GCP services visually. Perfect. So can you guys tell me what is the second method of interacting with the GCP services? Anyone?
Cloud shell.
So the next one is that the second option to interact with the GCP services is Cloud Shell, everyone. So to interact with the GCP services, the next option is Cloud Shell. Sir, what is Cloud Shell? So Cloud Shell is a one more option that is called as web-based. So Cloud Shell is also one of the web-based command line interface. It is a web-based command line interface to interact with the GCP services. How do we interact with the GCP services here, guys? Any guesses? Right. So here we are going to interact with the services with the help of the commands. So this is what is a Cloud Shell, guys. Sir, what is Cloud Shell? If you ask me, so Cloud Shell is a one of the web-based command line interface to interact with the GCP services via commands. We are going to interact with the GCP services via commands. So this is what is a Cloud Shell. Okay, so Cloud Console is a graphical user interface and the Cloud Shell is a command line interface. Okay, so this is what is a Cloud Shell and Cloud Console, everyone. And what we can do with help of the Cloud Shell, sir, if you ask me, whatever you are able to achieve it with help of the Cloud Console, you can able to do it with help of the Cloud Shell also. So whatever you are able to achieve it with the help of the Cloud Console, you can able to achieve it with help of the Cloud Shell also. Nothing but one can able to create the resources using the Cloud Shell, update the resources using the Cloud Shell, delete the resources using the Cloud Shell, assign the permissions using the Cloud Shell, and remove the permissions using the Cloud Shell. All of these things one can able to achieve with the help of the console, and one more is Cloud Shell also. So this is what is our second method of interacting with the GCP services, guys. That is called as Cloud Shell, which is a web-based. It is a web-based command line interface to interact with the GCP services via commands. So this is what is a Cloud Shell. Sir, where is this Cloud Shell option, sir? If you ask me, sir, we know the console is this one. We all know that, sir, this is what is console. So for example, if I wanted to interact with any of the services, I can select that services. So that's how the console works. But sir, can you tell me where is the Cloud Shell? As it is available over the web, it is a web based. It should be available over the web only. Where is that option? If you ask me, if you see here on the top right corner, you are able to see this one of the option, that is activate Cloud Shell. So the moment you click on this activate Cloud Shell button, you should be able to see, the moment I hit this button, you should be able to see that a Cloud Shell terminal getting opened. A command line interface will open here. Cloud Shell gets open here. Click on continue. Right. So a command line interface will open here in next few seconds. Click on authorize also. So this is what is Cloud Shell, everyone. So this is what is Cloud Shell, everyone. So you can see here Cloud Shell can be, we can move up and down according to your requirement. Maybe if you guys wanted to open this in the new window, you can click on here, open in new window. Just click on this one so that it will be open in the new window totally. So let's wait for one more second. So this is how it is open in new window, but the font size is very less. Let me close it here as it is opened here. Let me close it here. So let me increase the size, font size. Let me go to the large. Large is fine. You guys are able to see. Yeah, largest. We can go for this one. So look at here, guys. One can able to interact with the GCP services from the command line interfaces also. Right. So this is console. and this is Cloud Shell. Console is a graphical user interface. Cloud Shell is a command line interface. Here you have to write the commands to interact with the GCP services. So this is what is a second method of interacting with the GCP services, everyone. Right? Pretty much everything that can able to achieve it using the cloud console can be able to do it via Cloud Shell also. Right? So that's one thing that I would like to say. So that is what is console. And the third option, there is a third option or a third method to interact with the GCP services also there. Can you guys guess it? What is that? The third method of interacting with the GCP services is what, sir? SDK. That's called as Cloud SDK. I'm going to call it as Cloud SDK. Don't take any notes. Everything is available in the notes already. I'm going to show you guys. You don't have to take any notes. You go to the cloud basics. You can look at here. Introduction we have seen. GCP interfaces. Everything is already there in that. What is Cloud Console? What is Cloud Shell? What is Cloud SDK? Everything is already there. You don't have to do anything. You can later recap it in the notes. Once you have an access to the notes, you can recap easily. Do not take anything. Yes. Sir, what is Cloud SDK, sir? Cloud SDK is nothing but it is also a command line interface, but it is local based. Sir, it is a local based. What is that means? Sir, according to your operating system, you have to download the SDK and you have to install it on top of your machine. So this is something that you have to do. Sir, it is a local based command line interface. So what is this one, sir? It is a local based. As it is local based, you have to download it and install it according to the operating system. So I'm going to show you how to do it. But what is a Cloud SDK, sir? If you ask me, sir, Cloud SDK is one of the local based command line interface. This is also one of the command line interface, guys. If you ask me, sir, what is this one? If you ask me, so this is what is a Cloud SDK. Sir, Cloud SDK is a command line interface, but it is available over the local machine, not available over the web. If it is available over the web, that's called as a Cloud Shell. Sorry. Sorry. And Cloud SDK will be available over the local machine. If you guys wanted to use a Cloud SDK, according to the operating system, you have to download it and you have to install it. So that is what is Cloud SDK, everyone. So how do we download it and install it? Let me gonna show you. For example, sir, I wanted to use the Cloud SDK. To do that, first we have to download it. So you can set with the Cloud SDK download. Cloud SDK download. Click on enter. So you can see here Cloud SDK download. I search for it and install Google Cloud CLI, Google Cloud SDK. Select for it. So you can see here. So according to the operating system, if your operating system is a Linux, you have to follow these commands to install. If it is your operating system is a Debian or Ubuntu, Red Hat, Fedora, CentOS, macOS, Windows. So according to your operating system, you have to select and download and install your Cloud SDK on top of your local machine. For example, sir, my operating system, it is a Windows operating system. So I would like to download it. To download it, you can click on this one. See, there's a hyperlink here, Google Cloud CLI installer. Click on this one. The moment you click on it, you see, guys, it is downloaded. You see, Google Cloud SDK installer is downloaded. So just click on, double click on it here. The moment you double click on it, you will be able to see this option. Welcome to the Google Cloud CLI setup. Just click on next, just click on agree, just click on next, just click on next, and click on install. That's it. It will take 1 or 2 minutes for the Cloud SDK to be installed on top of your local machine. Okay, very simple, guys. Download will take 1 second, installation will take 2 minutes. That's it. You have to download it. Once you download it, you just have to open that application by double clicking on it and follow the options like next, 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 and click on install. The moment you hit the install button, it will take 2 minutes for the SDK to be installed on top of your machine. So for example, it is already available over the machine. Okay, this is my local machine. Once it is installed, you can go to the Windows Start and search for SDK. Search for SDK, you will be able to see that Google Cloud SDK. So you can see here, click on this one, Google Cloud SDK will open. Sir, what is this SDK, sir? If you ask me, it is available over the local machine. So that's the reason it is called as a local based. It is also a command line interface. So that's the reason it is called as a local based command line interface to interact with the GCP services. Okay, so this is what it is. Sorry, I'm going to keep it here only. So it is available over the local machine. So that's the reason I'm calling it as a local based command line interface. So it is also a command line interface to interact with the GCP services. So this is what is Cloud SDK, everyone. You can see it's a local based command line interface to interact with the GCP services via commands, and you can able to. So what is the difference between this one and that one, sir? If you guys wanted to interact from the web base, you can go for the Cloud Shell, which is a command line interface. And if you guys wanted to interact with the GCP services from the local machine itself, you can go for the Cloud SDK, which is also a command line interface. So that's what we can see here. Okay, so if some people wanted to interact with the resources from the local machine, some people wanted to interact with the resources from the web based. So both are available. It is your choice. According to your requirement, you can make use of it. All right, so this is what is Cloud Console, Cloud Shell, and Cloud SDK. When it comes to the resources or advantages, there are nothing. All are same, guys. Console, Cloud Shell, Cloud SDK, all are same. It is only the interface that is changing here. Console is a graphical user interface. Cloud Shell is a command line interface, but available over the web. Cloud Shell is also a command line interface, but it is available over the local machine. Right? So that's how it is. Now, let us do a small activity so that we can understand all of these things in very simple method. Right? For example, I go here. One activity we will do it with the help of the console, Cloud Shell, and Cloud SDK also. Maybe for example, we will go to the cloud storage and we will try to create a bucket. Sir, what is cloud storage? Let me gonna give you one idea. Sir, in Google Cloud Platform, there is a service called Google Cloud Storage. So there is a service called GCS. So this is to store the data. Okay, Google Cloud Storage is one of the service in the Google Cloud Platform. This is to store the data here. So if I wanted to store the data, we can come to the Google Cloud Storage. But if you wanted to store the data, you need to create a bucket. Okay, bucket is nothing but a folder or a container. It is like a container or a folder. Okay, now let us try to see how we can able to create a folder. A bucket is like a resource now. Within the Google Cloud Storage, you can create these buckets to store the data. Right, so now let us try to see how to create this bucket using the console, using the Cloud Shell, using the Cloud SDK. Let us try to see how to do it. Okay, sir, Google Cloud Storage is one of the service to store the data. If you guys wanted to store the data, you need to create a bucket, which is a container or a folder. Sir, how to create a bucket using the console, how to create a bucket using the Cloud Shell, how to create a bucket using the Cloud SDK. So what are these interfaces? Let us try to see with an example here. Okay, so that gives you some knowledge on how console works, how Cloud Shell works, how Cloud SDK works. Right, so let us go here. To create a bucket, we have to go to the Cloud Shell. So first thing is that console. This is where we have a Cloud Shell, and here we have a Cloud SDK. So first I'm going to the console. So even though when you wanted to use any of the things in the console, you have to log into your account, guys. So this is what is your account. You have to log into your account. Then only you will be coming into this particular console, guys. Otherwise, you can without logging into the Google Cloud Platform, you cannot do anything. Right? I already logged into the Google Cloud Platform with my account. So that's the reason you are able to see this page. Right, sir? I can go to the Cloud Shell, sorry, Cloud Storage. I'm going to the Google Cloud Storage. I'm planning to create a bucket. So you can see here, I might be having some of the buckets already here. So I might be having some of the buckets already here. I'm planning to create a one more bucket. Click on create bucket. The moment you click on create bucket, we are trying to create the bucket using the console. You see the options. The moment you wanted to create a bucket, you click on the create button and you are going to see some of the options. These are graphical options. You see, you provide some name. I say console one, right? So console, maybe console, I would like to mention the today's date, 10/1/6/2025. So this is what is a console bucket. I would say a bucket for console or console bucket, I will mention BKT. So this is what is a bucket name I'm giving, guys. Console bucket. I'm creating a bucket and I provide the bucket name, and then I can click on create here to create the bucket. So this is how, if one wanted to create a bucket, you see earlier we have only one bucket. Now we are able to create one of the bucket called console bucket. We are able to create a bucket. So this is how within the bucket we can upload the data, we can store the data, we can manage the data, we can do all of these things. A bucket is nothing but a container to store the data, right? So this is how one can able to interact with the Google Cloud Storage via console, and we can even create the buckets also, we can delete the buckets also. So this is what is a console, everyone. So can we do the same thing using the Cloud Shell also? Can you guys tell me, can we do the same thing using the Cloud Shell also? Yes, we can do the same thing using the Cloud Shell also, guys. Here you can see that is, for example, to do that, you have to write the commands. Don't worry about the commands. We have a separate session on these commands, but I'm going to write the command here, that is gsutil mb. gsutil mb to make bucket. gsutil is your library, mb is your make bucket. You mention gs colon slash slash. So I'm going to mention the bucket name as shell bucket. Shell bucket. So this is what is the bucket name I'm giving is. So click on enter here. See, I am interacting with the Google Cloud Storage via command line interface called Cloud Shell. I'm able to create the bucket also. The bucket is created. Sir, can I list down all the buckets also here? Yes, why not? You can use gsutil ls. Click on gsutil ls so that you will be able to list down all the buckets. See, one of the bucket that we have used created using the console, that is console bucket, is there. Just now we have created one of the bucket using the Cloud Shell. There's a shell bucket is also there, right? So this is how one can able to create the buckets, one can able to list down all the buckets, even delete the buckets also, list down all the files inside a specific bucket also. We can do all of those actions. We will see that in our upcoming sessions. So this is how one can able to create a bucket. You can see here, even though you go here, if you refresh this particular page, you should be able to see shell bucket is there, console bucket is also there. So these are the two things that we have created. Sir, can I be able to do the same thing here? And now tell me, guys, if I wanted to do the same thing, what is the very first thing that I have to do here? The very first thing that we have to do is that we have to log into the Google Cloud Platform, because this is the first time that we have downloaded and installed the Cloud SDK. See, for example, you wanted to use WhatsApp on your mobile phone, sorry, on your laptop. You download the WhatsApp and you install the WhatsApp. After that, what do you do? If you wanted to send a message, what do we do? We first do the login, right? We first do the login. The same thing here also. The very first thing that we do is that we are going to do the login to the Google Cloud Platform. So that's where, so that is gcloud auth login. So this is a command, guys. Tool, I wanted to log into this Google Cloud account via my account. So that's the reason I'm going to do gcloud auth login is my command. Click on enter button. It will go to this particular page only. It is asking you to choose my account. I'm choosing my account. I'm going to click on allow. The moment you click on allow, you are now authenticated with this account. Your account is already there over the browser, right? So it is selected. So this is what it is. Now let me going to clear this one. So earlier we were able to create few of the buckets, and we are able to create a bucket using the console. We are able to create the bucket using the Cloud Shell also. Sir, I wanted to create a bucket using the SDK also, right? Can you guys tell me, is the command will be same or different to create the bucket? It will be the same, right? So the commands are same here, guys. So gsutil MB. The command is same, no difference. The commands are same. The only one is available over the web, other one is available over the local machine. But the commands is same. So GS util MB, GS colon slash slash, I will say SDK BKT and 6 10 16 20 25. Just click on enter. You should be able to see it is creating a bucket, guys. And I wanted to list down all the buckets. GS util ls to list down all the buckets, guys. So it will list down all the buckets. You see, we have a console bucket, we have a cloud SDK bucket, we have a cloud shell bucket also. Shell bucket, SDK bucket, console bucket. So this is how one can able to interact with the Google Cloud Storage, maybe for listing down, maybe for creating their buckets, maybe for deleting the buckets, maybe for listing down all the files inside a specific bucket, removing the files, copying the files. All of these actions can be done using the console, Cloud Shell, and the Cloud SDK also. This will give you some idea that now you can use console or Cloud Shell or Cloud SDK. I have taken one of the example to interact with the Google Cloud Storage, but it will be the same thing for rest of all the services in the Google Cloud platform. You can tomorrow use the console, Cloud Shell, Cloud SDK to interact with the BigQuery, Cloud Composer, Dataproc, Dataflow, Airflow, any service you can able to interact with these three methods, guys. So this is what is Cloud Console, Cloud Shell, and Cloud SDK. So these are the three methods to interact with the GCP services. There is a fourth method is also there. So that is called as, tell me guys, what is the fourth method of interacting with the GCP services? A- APIs. APIs are third-party tools. Tools, or people also call it as a client libraries. So client library. So these are all comes under the fourth category. Fourth method of interacting. Here we can use client library is nothing but a programming languages. Third party tools like anything other than Google Cloud Platform, external to the whatever the product that is interacting with the GCP services, right? The external to the Google Cloud Platform, all the services are called as third party tools. API. API is one of the method of interacting with these services. Maybe I'll give you one idea. Right, sir, maybe I can give you one idea. For example, see, we are able to create a bucket using the console. We are able to create a bucket using the Cloud Shell. We are able to create a bucket using the Cloud SDK also, right? So Cloud SDK also. But sir, can I write a Python code to interact with the GCS buckets? Is it possible? Can you guys tell me, sir? I can write a Python code to create bucket in GCS, Google Cloud Storage, right? So in the Google Cloud Storage, I can create a bucket also. So for example, if you think that this is Google Cloud Storage, sir, we can also you write a Python code to interact with the Google Cloud Storage, not only for creating the bucket. We can also create a bucket, list down all the buckets, delete a bucket, list down all the files inside a specific bucket, copy a file, move a file. So we can also write a Python code. So that is called as a client libraries. Okay, client library is nothing but programming languages. So one can able to use a programming languages to write a Python code or Java code or Node.js code, PHP code to interact with the GCP services. So that's what is called as a client libraries. We can write a Python code to create a bucket. We can write a Python code to delete the bucket. We can write a Python code. So those things are called as client libraries. So not only Python, Java, Node.js, PHP, C++, C Sharp, Go. So these are the multiple languages are there. We can use them to interact with the Google Cloud services. So that's called as client libraries. Okay, so that is one thing. Similarly, right? So for example, assume that we have a one of the service called BigQuery. So we have a one of the service called BigQuery. Sir, in the BigQuery, there is one of the table is available that is called a sales table. Sir, in the BigQuery, there is one of the sale table is available that is called as a sales table. Okay, sir, one of the table is available. Okay, sir, one of the table is available. So that is called as sales table. You can see here, guys. So it is called as sales table. So what is happening here is that there is one of the service. Do you guys all know about the Power BI? Does anyone know about the Power BI? What is this one, sir? What is Power BI, sir?
Yeah, visualization tool.
It is a reporting or dashboarding tool, isn't it? Right, sir. Power BI is a reporting or dashboarding tool. So one can able to connect it to the sales table. Sir, one can able to connect it to the sales table through the Power BI, right? So one can able to connect it to the sales table to the Power BI, and they can extract the data and they can create a dashboards or reports here. If you wanted to create some kind of a dashboards or reports, one can able to extract the data from the BigQuery also, right? So you can create such a kind of a reports or dashboards or something, right? So this is what is reporting and dashboarding. If you guys wanted to create such kind of a reports and dashboards, you need the data. So the data is available in the Google Cloud BigQuery. So one of the service called BigQuery. So if you guys wanted to extract the BigQuery, you can also do it. So this is where you are pulling the data from the sales table through the Power BI. Now tell me, what is Power BI here? So Power BI is a third party tool, right? So Power BI is a third party tool. Right, so according to the project requirement, one can able to interact here. What is the integration, how it is possible, sir? It is because of this API. Here also, this entire Python code with the help of the GCS, it is possible via API. The interaction is happening via API, application programming interface, right? So you can use client libraries, you can use third party tools to interact with the GCP services, right? Whether it is BigQuery or Google Cloud Storage or anything. So here we can use Power BI to interact with the GCP services called BigQuery to extract the data. So Power BI being the third party tool, we can use it. Similarly, client libraries are there to interact with the GCP services such as GCS to create a bucket list on a bucket. So this is how these are all fourth method of interacting with the GCP services, guys. So it depends on the requirement. It is not common all the time that every project, it does not mean that every project will have these interaction methods. It is depends on the project requirement. For example, in your project, you have to write a Python code. It is requirement. For example, in your project, you are using the Power BI or Tableau to create a dashboard or report, right? So in that case, we are going with these kind of things, right? So this is called as third party tools or client library. So this is our fourth method of interacting with the GCP services, everyone. Okay, so these are the four methods are there to interact with the GCP services, guys. One is console, Cloud Shell, Cloud SDK. Sir, console is a graphical user interface to interact with the GCP services. Sir, what is console if you ask me? Sir, console is a graphical user interface to interact with the GCP services. Sir, what is Cloud Shell? Sir, Cloud Shell is a one of the command line interface to interact with the GCP services. Sir, Cloud Shell is a command line interface which is available over the web to interact with the GCP services via commands. All right. So third method of interacting with the GCP services is Cloud SDK. So we have a Cloud SDK, sir. What is Cloud SDK, sir? If you ask me, Cloud SDK is a local based. So it is local based to interact with the GCP services via commands, right? It is also a local based command line interface to interact with the GCP services via command. So these are the three methods, and the fourth method is this one, guys, that is APIs or third party. This is not common, but some companies will go for client library, some companies will go for third party tools. We will also see such kind of a thing. So there was one of the use case where we are using the Python. In one of the use case, we use the third party tool also, right? So we will see all of these things, guys. Okay. Yes. So this is where I would like to stop the session. If you guys have any question on today's session, please raise your hand, guys. Please raise your hand.
Sir, I
I'll
have
go one
one
by.
question. The
Mhm.
timings.
The course timings, yes. Let me gonna just tell you guys. I think some of the people are new today. I'm gonna tell you one thing. Course details. I'm gonna write it here. Okay. I think I have a
No,
small picture.
timings, especially timings.
The timings is 9:30 p.m. to 10:30 p.m.
Okay, then fine.
Yes. Just wanted to tell you this thing. I'm gonna put it here. If you guys wanted to check it out, the timing is same. No changes in the timing, guys. You can see here. The timing is 9:30 to 10:30 every day. Okay. Yes.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Yes. The same timing, guys. 9:30 p.m. to 10:30 p.m. on a daily basis. So this is the same time you can see here. These are the services that we are covering. And what is the topic that we are covering if you guys look at it? And that is called as GCP interfaces we are covering. So this is a topic that we are covering. You see, GCP interfaces. Introduction, we already know interfaces. Cloud overview, I will talk about it maybe later. Yeah. Yes, any questions, guys? Yes, Vijay Nagara, you have any question?
Yeah, it's regarding a Cloud Shell versus Cloud SDK.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I
What
means
is that about? Mm-hmm.
actually Cloud SDK is on a local. So
Mm-hmm.
is there any impact on the security purpose, means security point of view
No,
when
right?
we are
See,
using any locally? So that
but it's
interface may
the
impact, right?
local. See, nowadays the local is nothing but your laptop. Your laptop is nothing but your client laptop,
Yeah,
right? So whatever you do in your client laptop, it is all secured. All
yeah,
right? Yes.
yes. And second point is like, does it impacts on billing
Nope.
regarding a
No
GCP?
changes.
Means
No
no
changes.
changes.
No changes. It's the same thing in the console Cloud Shell SDK. Yes.
So when we are using a Cloud SDK and a Cloud Shell, we are using on GCP. So there is a no impact on the billing rate.
No.
Oh,
Yes. Okay. So yes, Venkatesh Penumarti, you have any question? Bucket names are globally unique names. Okay. You cannot use the same name for another. Two different names. Yes. You can create any number of buckets. The names of the buckets should be different. That's it. Yes. I'm, I'm telling you, anywhere you can create any bucket as long as you have an access. Okay. Whether it is first project, second project, multiple projects also, you can do that. Yes. Yes, Ajay, you have any question? Ajay Singh. That's a one of the interface. Of course. No, no, no. We are not talking about that. We can write a Python code to create the bucket. Okay. However, we have created a bucket using the console Cloud Shell Cloud SDK. We can also create a bucket using the Python code also. That is what it means. Okay. Yes. Yes. Yes, Sheikh Abu Bakr. You have any question? Okay. No questions. Right. So the third party tools are very simple. Power BI is being the third party tool interacting with the BigQuery. Right. So this is called as third party tool interaction. That's it. All right. Yes. Yes, Dinesh, you have any question? Huh. I see your question in the chat box, right? So it depends on the opportunities, right? So when you go to the opportunities, which is sir, the question is this one, sir. GCP, Azure, AWS. Out of these three, which one is good to get the job? If you ask me, I would suggest you to go with the GCP because opportunities are good and the competition is very less. But when you go for Azure and AWS, the competition is very, very, very high. That getting the chance of job is very difficult. Okay, you see, you will be having opportunities more than GCP in Azure and AWS, but the thing is that the competition is like double, triple 4 times, 50 times also sometimes. Getting the job becomes very difficult. Choose wisely, go for the GCP. You will be having a plenty of the opportunities and less competition will be there. Okay. Yes. Mhm. Mhm. Of course, it will be the same in the Azure and the AWS also. Yes. Also, no, cloud to cloud, it will be same only, but some of the interface changes will be there. Okay, the idea of data engineer is same. Okay, the idea of the work of the data engineer is same, but the services are different and interface is different when you go for different cloud platforms. Yes, yes, thank you. And yes, Ramesh Nursing, you have any question? No, we are not talking about the Google Cloud Storage bucket. Okay, we are not talking. That's not the topic today at all. Okay, don't worry about the Google Cloud Storage today. Okay, we have a separate topic, Google Cloud Storage. A separate topic we will talk about. So in the Google Cloud Storage, right? We will talk about it there. But we are talking about what today? How many interfaces are there? How to interact with them? That's it. Yes. But 5 GB. The answer is 5 GB. Yes, Chinmaya, you have any question? Chinmaya. Okay. Yes, Ashok Mantena, you have any question? Mhm. Yes, it's actually a video recording, but yes, we will be creating a resources using the Terraform. Yes, you will see how to create a data pro cluster, how to create cloud SQL instances, how to create the buckets, and yes, some of the things. Yes, yes, whatever the project that we are going to cover, I see in the chat box one of the person was asking, sir, whatever the project that we are going to cover, you have to put in the resume. That's how you have to go for the interviews, right? Yes, that's the main aim of the course. The course target is that whatever I am going to cover here, you use that knowledge to crack your interviews. Okay, so that's the reason you have to put to whatever the things that I'm covering, whether it is a scenarios, whether it is a case studies, whether it is a project, you put it in your resume, go for the interviews. So that's how you have to do it. Yeah. And for 2 years, 2.5 years, 3 years, you will be having good amount of opportunities. Less than 2 years, the opportunities will be lesser. Okay. Yes, Vineet, you have any question? Vineet Chaturvedi. Mhm. Mhm. Yeah, so there is certification dumps are there, and those are very useful for you to crack it. So I personally say my students and my students usually say is that the dumps are very useful to crack that. Okay, so most of the questions are also repetitive. They say that. Okay, I even have completed my 2 times associate as well as professional data engineer certified. So it is very useful to crack it. Yes. All right. And yes, any other questions, guys? I see that I have answered most of the questions. I just wanted to tell you one thing. Tomorrow at the same time, we have a demo session 3. We are going to talk about a new topic. See, demo session 1 is completed. Those who have missed it, please take the recording. And demo session 2, we are currently having it. Demo session 3, we are going to have it tomorrow. So this is we are going to have it tomorrow. At the same time, please attend the session, which is free for you. Once after the 3 demo sessions are completed, our management team or me, we are going to connect with you for the enrollments. Okay? Yes. All right.
Sir, could you please share the to my yesterday's session recording?
Yes, sure, sure, sure. Please ping the management team, guys. They will help you. Sure. to share you the recording, please connect with the management team. They will share you the recording with you. Okay. Yes. Yes, please. So this many things we are covering. I think that's the reason I have put it here. So these are all the things that we are going to cover. All of these things are comes under here only. Projects, case studies, end-to-end pipelines. Okay. Yes. Okay.
Are you providing recordings in case if we miss the class?
Yes, if you guys look at it, video recordings are provided, resume templates are provided, interview questions are provided, certification terms are provided, material also provided. Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Yes. Okay. Okay, guys. So this is it for today's session. If you guys have any questions, you can ask me. Otherwise, we can wind up this. I see some of the questions. Sir, is there a way to recover the deleted bucket in that? Yes, you can. There's a way to recover the bucket. Yes, that is possible. When will the classes start, sir? The classes already started. You might be seeing that these are all regular sessions. Okay, not even a single topic. Every topic, even though these are demo sessions, the sessions are regular. Okay, demo nothing but it is free for you for first 2 or 3 days. But these are regular sessions. You can think that the classes are already started. Okay. Yes. Yes. Any other questions, guys? Anyone? If we delete the table in the BigQuery, how can we retrieve it? There's a time travel feature is there so that we can able to use that feature to retrieve the table. That is possible. I'll tell you whenever we cover the sessions. Yes.
Sorry, in
Can we get
that looker concept is there? Looker.
Looker? We are not covering. It is not important for you. But in one of the pipeline, I have used Looker to create a dashboard that gives you some idea how people will create. So if you can look at it in one of the pipeline, so I have used Looker here. You see. But it is not, we are not going to cover in depth because we are not going to become a BI engineer or a dashboard engineer. It's for your understanding because data engineers, we don't use the dashboarding. Okay. Yeah. It is for your knowledge. Yes. So the topics that we are going to cover, you can see here, guys. So these are the topics that we are going to cover. So cloud basics, programming, data engineering tools, projects, case studies, and end-to-end pipelines. Everything will be covered. All right. Any other questions, anyone? So what about the career gap? Yes. So if you have a career gap, you should know how to fill that gap. But if you know the how to fill the gap, I'm going to give you the knowledge how to actually fill the with it knowledge. For example, I have a 2 or 3. For example, you have a 3 years of gap, right? You put some kind, you get somewhere you can find it out how to get the documents for it. And when you get the documents, you have to have a proper knowledge, right? So that knowledge I'm going to cover. All the technical skills we are going to cover with the GCP. Okay, even though you have a gap, that's not a problem as long as you have a documents. Get the documents, I'll help you to place it in a different companies. Right. So that's what. Yes. Any other questions, guys? Anyone? All right. So if you do not have any questions, please attend the demo session tomorrow. We are having the third demo session tomorrow at the same time.
Might be
And
I
it's
missed
free
your
for everyone.
I
Yes,
missed
please.
your introduction. Just
Uh-huh, uh-huh.
introduction.
Right. Yeah.
Only
If you
two
guys
minutes.
Yeah, sure. Sir, my name is Sheikh Saidhul. Okay. So my name is Sheikh Saidhul. Some of the people know it or don't know it. I'm telling you guys. My name is Sheikh Saidhul. Currently, I am working as a full-time as a solution architect at Quantech. I am also a consultant at Databricks. Okay. And also a consultant at Databricks. I'm also a corporate trainer. So corporate trainer. So I usually train for Cognizant and multiple companies are there. One of the companies Cognizant. Recently I've done it for the Cognizant and one time for the Deloitte also. So these are the companies that I usually train. So I'm also a corporate trainer. I do have more than 3.2 years of experience, 3.2 years of experience in trainings, in corporate trainings and all of these trainings, especially on the Google Cloud platform. 2.5 years of experience, 2.5 years onwards. From the last 2.5 year onwards, I've been teaching the GCP guys, GCP data engineer. I also teach GCP DevOps. I also teach Azure data engineering, but GCP data engineering is famous from last 2.5 years. So this is one more thing. And coming to my education, I have completed my MTech from NIT Trichy, National Institute of Technology, Tiruchirappalli. And that's it, I guess, right? I have done many certifications, I would say. These are my many certifications I'm
Okay.
done it. So this is
Thank you.
a simple introduction about mine. Yes. All right. Okay. Okay, guys. Yeah, I do have more than 9 years of experience as a full experience on the solution architect. Yes. All right. So this is all about me, guys. So we will meet tomorrow for the third demo session. We will talk about it next topic. Right? Yes. Thank you all. Have a great day. Bye bye. We will meet in the next session. Thank you all. Thank you guys for joining today. We'll meet tomorrow at the same time. Thank you all.